Hello, Gardening a Difference. So it's been a while. Last we spoke was just after the Asian Pacific Autism Conference. I posted my speech, and that was last September, so a while ago. And since then, a lot has happened. And so here's the update. So at the conference, I had the opportunity to listen to a lot of influential people in the field speak about autism, and I realized the opportunity to change how we created our support within the workplace. Beforehand, we were mainly creating the support through the education of our support staff to create a supportive and understanding work environment for those we employed that had either autism or depression. Post the conference, I realized the opportunity to not only within the workplace provide the support, but externally provide personal progression as such, through the form of physically, mentally, self-education sort of stuff. And so we've been pursuing this. Our first client, our first employee through this program, it didn't work out. And I felt like I failed them, and I felt like I failed myself. And so this was a little bit of a shudder for me. This wasn't the only thing. I didn't actually speak too much to you guys about it, but I attempted a community garden, and the idea was to facilitate a place where we could bring other people on the spectrum and other people with depression in to learn about gardening and growing vegetables, and sort of a work-like environment, so that we could expand our reach and help to these people. It didn't work out either. And so another little shudder for me. And the third one, of course, was the homeless challenge. I never released the footage. And the reason being, I looked over it and realized how much more I could do, of the questions I didn't ask these people on the street, and more probably provisions I could have provided myself. And my plan after this was to go out and do it again, to release the footage that I'd made leading up to that second attempt, and explain where what I learnt for starters, and then what I thought I could do better. It's just very hard to convince myself to actually go out and do it again. It was hard, there's no doubt. It was really hard, and eventually I will go and do it again. It's just I'd hoped to do it sooner, and that's why I sort of felt like I failed that as well. It wasn't all bad news. Since you spoke to me last, though, we did run a second person through our program, and I think this is going really well. I really believe in the possibility of this program helping them. I actually think it already has started to helping them. Regardless of this, 2 months ago, with all these three sort of major things going on, and the constant hours of work, it was taking away from my happiness, and I left. I left Brisbane. I've spent the last 2 months traveling up, down, and back up the east coast of Australia. I learned a lot of things doing this. I met a lot of people. I went a lot of places, and I had a lot of time to reflect upon my business in our past 2 years and where we'd like to go in the future. And I sort of realized one thing that stood out amongst the things I learned, probably a lot more than anything else. And this was that, my key philosophy has always been, happiness is the key. If you can find happiness in your work and your life, life's good, pretty much. But if I wanted to do this, I'd just keep doing what I was doing up and down the coast, living on the beach, one big adventure. This was truly happiness. There's no doubt about that. But the truth is, happiness is only half the key. The other half is this continued dedication to purpose, and willingness to sacrifice the present for a better future, not only for yourself but for others. And this is why I'm back, because this is what I do with my business. And I'm really confident in our ability to do this into the future. And so I'm back, and I'm looking forward to the coming months as we get back on our feet, as we re-establish ourselves, and moving back into the future. All right. Thank you very much. It's good to be back.